From the block where the bus stop talk never ended. 2 signs on the pole, that's the place I represented. Where the corners raised me, where the neighbors saved me. Now we bring that same grit to your daily HD. Click in, sit in for the crack in the paint. Old heads on the porch, young kids with complaints. We gon' laugh, we gon' build, keep it sharp like armor. New world, same heart. Barefoot and Beaumont. Ha! Welcome to Barefoot and Beaumont. Pull up a seat, you ain't gotta go far. Hit that bell, let it ring like a car alarm. You tuned in now, this the home, this the heart, this the charm. Welcome to Barefoot and Beaumont. From the sign on the pole to your phone screen glow. Every story that we show, yeah, it came from the block. Barefoot and Beaumont. We gon' rock, we gon' rock. We gon' rock, 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 rock. We gon' rock. Stories in the cracks of the sidewalk we step. Every frame that we shoot got respect on deck. From the first little dream on that chipped up curb to the worldwide stream. Now you catch this word. You get jokes from the stoop, you get talk from the bar, you get game from the ones who done carried the star. So when the logo pop up, know exactly who we.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. This is Chaos and Charcuterie. This is the Hot Topics live stream where I go in and give all of my opinions, reviews, and reactions to all things reality television and music. I am your host, Oakland Jonas Galloway, and I appreciate you all for being here. Listen. We have so much going on, so much to talk about, so many things to get through, but I want to start off by making sure you guys know about Shop or Chop Live, which is debuting on Monday. No, it's debuting on Tuesday, May 19th. Excuse me, my M's were backwards. It's debuting on Tuesday, May 19th, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. I am so excited. It is my new music show where I am going to be bringing on artists to give exclusive live performances, talk about music, play games, do all of the things. I'm excited for all the people who are scheduled to come up. We have so many people who have signed up to join the show, and I am excited for all of the people who are coming through. Shout out to all of the genuine people putting out authentic music. Shout out to every single person on this list and in this video. I appreciate you all and everything that you do. Shout out to your talent. Shout out to your tenacity. Shout out to all the things that you are doing with your platform and actually trying to sustain a career. Shout out to every single one of y'all. Genuine people with authentic music. Now, let's get into the things, right? I want to start off by talking about K. Michelle today, right? Because a little thing came across my timeline and I just want to have a conversation about it because I feel like I just realized that we're not going to get the full realization of K. Michelle that we thought that we were going to get in this season, right? Take a look at this.
But I am down to my wits end. I am ready to be activated. But I got a country album coming out. Sometimes people try to humble us. And I think I have become so humble because I'm trying to be humble. But sometimes you gotta talk your shit. I have the biggest country music deal of any African American ever in the history of country music. Yes, ma'am! And we're gonna go take over that shit too, because they said we can rock out what you pop out. Let's go for my girls. Let's get I'm ready to sing and I have to do.
I know that's right. Shout the freak out to K. Michelle, man. I just listen. That lady said she tried to behave herself on this show, and this Drew lady with this man with this ring light then came around here bothering her about some mess and then tried to set her up for some foolishness on her first season on this good, classy reality show. And I'm with her. You know, I'm with her. I feel like people always try to put you in a certain place because you come in trying to be a nice person and trying to step into a space with the most decorum and couth that you can. And people try to play with that. You know what I'm saying? People try to take your kindness for weakness. People try to play in your face. People try to do you dirty. And I understand when people get tired of the fuckery and people trying them on their time. When people really try to be their best selves and people just poke and poke and poke at you just because they know that there's a chance that they can get a reaction out of you, right? And then when you give them what they want, all of a sudden people want to cry victim. People want to cry, oh, they hurt. Oh, they done did something to me. Oh, I'm the victim. But I'm with Kay. Drop your nuts on bitches. It's really that time of life. It's not that time of year. It's not that season. It's that time of life. It is time for you to drop your motherfucking nuts on bitches. It is time for you to show people who you really are. It is time for you to stand in the authenticity of everything that you have worked hard to become and illustrate the full realness of everything that you possess within you. Excuse me. I am taking that advice in real time. I am taking that advice in real time because I genuinely believe that being raised to be humble has stunted so many people in the past. And I think if we were raised to stand on our qualifiers at full force from the beginning and truly embrace the full realization of who we are as soon as we become it, there would be a lot less insecurity in the world. There would be a lot less jealousy in the world. There would be a lot less BS in the world. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, I just, y'all, whatever she give y'all from here is what she give y'all from here. And like I told y'all, once K Michelle get activated, she gonna give y'all everything that she gave y'all on Love and Hip Hop and everything that Nene Leakes gave y'all on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I'm hoping that we don't have to wait till next season to get K Michelle activated, but I'm sure that she getting ready to hem Drew ass up down to this reunion. She getting ready to hem that lady up down to the reunion. Absolutely. And I'm ready to see all of it. Um, Something else that I'm ready to see is less algorithmic social media when it comes to being an artist and being a creative, right? A video came across my screen lately, and Lizzo was talking about this in regards to music and how people don't necessarily know about artists dropping music, albums coming out, things that in the third, and how she blames the algorithm and the greater social media presence for that, right? Let's take a look at what she's talking about. I don't think I'm gonna play the whole thing, but I do want to look at some of it.
Algorithm based way that social media functions now is destroying the music industry. Now, when I say the music industry, I don't mean music culture. I don't mean the good music that's out. I don't mean our ability to connect via social media to music. I'm talking about the actual industry that allows artists to sell their music for profit. Because if your algorithm is super serving you things out of order of when they're happening, then the general public has no idea when music is actually coming out. I have had several occasions where there were artists whose music I was actually looking forward to, I completely missed because I didn't realize it was out because my algorithm didn't tell me. And I don't want to blame everything on the algorithm. Of course, we curate our own reality. However, back in the day, which was maybe even just 5 years ago, we used to get things chronologically. Because of streaming and social media and our post-COVID chronically online society, most of music marketing is online. Not to mention budgets are therefore music marketing relies heavily on social media. But now, ever since the algorithm has been showing us things out of order, baby, there's actually no way to successfully promote an album where everyone knows your album is coming. Now, mind you, when I say everyone knows your album is coming, that doesn't mean whether they care or not that it's coming. Believe it or not, once upon a time, there were artists who were just the biggest on the planet who everyone knew their album was coming, whether they were going to buy it or not. It was ubiquitous. Where it bites me in the ass is I have a private page. I have a private page with over 280,000 people who follow me because they support me, because they love me. But even when I post on that page, I'm not hitting their algorithm. I have 280,000 people who want to buy my album, who want to see me on tour, and they're not even seeing my.
Listen, that struck such a chord with me as a creative and as a content creator because you make the best work that you can and you play the game of posting and doing all of the things and using the hashtags and pushing your content out there as hard as you can with whatever type of resources that you have. And if it just doesn't hit the algorithm, it just doesn't hit the algorithm. Right. So, really, being a creative is really all about luck and about chance and about happenstance and about whatever is actually behind the algorithm and what is behind, the computers that make people relevant. So seeing that does strike a big chord with me because I understand where she's coming from. And as much as she says, or as much as people in general say that you curate your own reality when it comes to social media, that's not always necessarily true because you can follow a certain amount of people and unfollow a certain amount of people and control the amount of people that are in your following, which should control what you see on your timeline. But then you go and look at your followers and the people that you follow, and you see this list of people who are the least people that you interact with, and you never see their content. I don't have an explanation for that. I don't understand where that comes from. I don't like it just doesn't make sense, right? And then I think that a lot of media or the way that the internet thinks it's structured is people operate on stan culture more than they actually do. I think that stan culture is such a small subsection of the internet and a small subsection of people's fan bases that the reality of how much people really engage with their favorite artists on a day-to-day basis, as far as staying in connection with what they're doing, is so slim. You don't really know what people are doing, right? And it's not like people are going to go and specifically look up every single person that they love and follow every single moment of the day. Like, people have their own lives, people are grown, and then on top of that, the people who do have the time to be doing any of that are children who don't have the spending prowess to actually invest in the artist monetarily. So that does make me wonder, if you're pushing this towards a non-buying audience via social media, how much does social media play into return on investment when it comes to monetization of social media, clicks, views, engagement, all of that? Like, how much does the algorithm really play into the pockets of social media? That is something I would love to get some clarification on, right? Um, Something else. Speaking of music, right? Y'all heard that Drake dropped 3 albums last night? Um, Listen, people are excited about this. This man done dropped these 3 albums: Iceman, Maid of Honor, and Habibti. I might be pronouncing the third one wrong, but say all of that to say that's how it's spelled, right? In an article from Pitchfork, I'm going to read to you guys and say that, seemingly discontented with only one album dropping on May 15th, Drake has unveiled 3 new LPs at the same time: Iceman, Habibti, and Maid of Honor. Features across the trio include Future, Molly Santana, Sexy Red, Low Shimmy, and 21 Savage, with beats coming from Overcast, Riot, Boy Wonder, DJ Frisco 954, and more. Drake revealed first he'd be dropping back-to-back projects on the 4th episode of his ongoing Iceman live stream series. The stream also premiered a number of music videos, primarily shot in and around Toronto, with cameos from Shane Gillis, DJ Academics, and Drake's son Adonis. The cover for the Maid of Honor features an image of Drake's mother as a young woman, while Iceman depicts a hand wearing the sequin glove that emulates Michael Jackson's. And Habibti's cover shows a black and white photo of a woman covered in masking tape, leaving only her eyes visible. The three albums are the rapper's first solo effort since 2023's For All the Dogs, not to mention his first since Drake's earth scorching battle with Kendrick Lamar. Drake first spoke of Iceman's existence at the top of last year. When the time is right, I'll be back with another album, a one-on-one conversation with y'all that y'all need to hear, he said during a stop on his Anita Max Win tour. In the lead up to its release, Drake commissioned a team to build a giant ice sculpture. Get it? In the middle of downtown Toronto, with the album's eventual premiere date hidden somewhere inside. In 2025, Drake released Some Sexy Songs for You, his collaborative album with Party Next Door. Anytime I hear somebody drops multiple projects at the same time, it makes me wonder what their deal is like with the company that they're working with. And that being said, it also makes me think back to Drake's lawsuit with UMG, uh, that revolved around the entire Kendrick Lamar beef and him feeling like the label was pushing Kendrick Lamar in pursuit of sabotaging his career, right? I think that Drake might be trying to hurry up and crank out projects so that he can get out of this deal. That's what this looks like. Cause I don't understand. Like I get flooding I get flooding the market with music for streaming purposes, but that's but for me, that makes sense when Chris Brown puts 30 records on an album, right? Because on one project you want to get as much streams as possible. So even if somebody streams every song on the project once, that's still 30 streams at a time, right? But you dropping three projects at once just seems like you're trying to hurry up and meet contractual obligations. And like you're trying to just hurry up and get this music out, get something out, get it out so you can hurry up and get to your next bag, or go completely independent where you probably have enough money to open a distribution company of your own that is fully a part of OVO, that is directly marketed towards your pursuits, since it's not like you promote any other artist on October's very own. So I think that it would be smart, since Drake is damn near worth $1 billion at this point, to go ahead and build out OVO with a full distribution agency in the vein of a Rock Nation. And so he can put just invest in his own business, put his money back into putting out his own music, and it literally coming right back into his own pocket, because he is his own empire. He is his own UMG. He is his own E1 or whoever, right? I think it's smart. Not to say that that's what he's doing. I think that that's what he should do. But I do feel like him releasing these three albums at the same time are literally just to get out of whatever contract he has with UMG, and is trying to fulfill the numbers so that he can go ahead and bounce. That's absolutely what this looks like. I'm not, I just, mm. It makes me wonder what the quality of the music is, though, because Iceman was the purported project. That was the project that was marketed. That was the project that got videos released. That was the project that was promoted. That was the project that we all knew about, right? And the next thing you know, you drop Maid of Honor and Habibti. Now, I just wonder where we're going with this music, because I understand when people drop a lot of albums back to back to get out of deals, but then it also makes me wonder, how is this adequately contributing to the legacy of your catalog as an artist? Because is this just a bunch of old shit? Is it like, are you cleaning out the hard drive so that you can, like, it just really makes me wonder, did you go in and create three new albums worth of material within the same time frame? Are you really that inspired? Are you really that angry? Are you really that motivated? Whatever is possessing you to drop all these albums. Are you that enough to go in and create all this music, or are you just giving us a bunch of throwaways that you didn't put on other projects? Because that leads me to always question, well, if you didn't put it on these other projects, why have you been holding it? What, like, where has it been? Why didn't you put it on the project? Why has it been sitting on the hard drive all this time? Why didn't it make it on any other projects? It really just leaves me confused, right? I'm not sure which project I'm going to listen to first, but I do feel like I am going to explore all three of these projects, and I'm going to talk about them over the next few weeks when it comes to Shop or Chop pre-recorded, right? Um, I just I want to be excited because Drake dropped out his music, but I haven't been excited about a Drake project in a long time. But I am curious to see what the quality of these three projects is going to be and how they compare to each other and how these other two projects compare to Iceman in quality, right? Because I don't want a bunch of throwaway bars because that's what it feels like your albums have been for the past 10 years, right? So I'm just like, hopefully you gave us 3 albums worth of smashes so that we can appreciate you for this instead of going back and being like, "Damn, he gave us 1 good album and 2 projects worth of shit just to get out this damn deal." Crazy. Um But heretofore, let me know if you're excited about Drake. Let me know if you're listening, which one of the projects you listen to first. If you are listening to all three of these projects, let me know if you have any standout tracks or any suggestions that you feel like I should start with, whether it be projects or songs on the projects. But speaking of music, but diving back into reality television, I want to talk about Kandi because a video came across my feed about her in an interview speaking about how she's not healed after her divorce with Todd. And you see her in the press trying to keep the train moving and trying to keep doing the things as her life is happening in real time and you see it affecting her. And I just want to share with you guys some of the things that she said.
Make me cry. Where's my tissue? How does anybody navigate?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Wait. Bring it together. Ooh. Okay, I'm listening.
No, I'm just saying, I just hope that you're taking time, out for yourself. Because you wear so many hats and do a lot.
I stay busy. Can we, wait, give me 2 seconds
Yeah.
before I start now. I mean, if y'all ain't heard, I got divorced recently after 12 years of marriage. It was 2.5 years. So like we was together like 15 years.
How have you been able to heal, from the divorce? Because I know in the show you do, reveal some infidelity, but how were you able to heal from that?
I don't think I'm healed.
Okay.
I don't.
I mean, it's still kind of is like less than a year, huh? Since it happened.
Oh yeah. It's been less than a year. It's that was July. I'm not healed. No, I'm not healed. Okay, simply, you already see me as like, I'm one of those people, like, I try not to talk about, I guess like I said to you earlier, I don't like to talk about stuff because I don't like to be emotional. I don't like to be sad. I like to live into the positive, lean into the positive, lean into the fun.
Man, that is sad. It's really sad. It's really relatable. For me, the part that was most relatable is keeping busy. And I think that that's something that I have adopted after my own divorce is something to just kind of like keep me moving, is to just keep busy. I think for me, it's like an extension of survival mode, right? Um, I think for me, it's a, an extension of survival mode. Maybe it's a compartmentalized form of survival mode, but I know that when I'm stressed, when I'm hurt, when I'm upset, when I'm triggered, when I'm going through it, I just need to work. I just need to keep working. I just need to keep moving. I need to keep the camera on. I need to keep the mic on. I need to keep the tape rolling. And we just need to keep it going because that's just how I begin to work through things. Is if I work through the anxiety of it, then at some point I can get to the analytical part of it and the actual work that goes into rectifying the whatever it is, right? Um Shout out to her, man, cuz it's wild that you know I'm choosing to get on the mic and do and do all of these shows and get on these lives and record these shows and do all of the things that I'm doing in front of the camera, behind the scenes, whatever the case may be. I choose to do that so that I can keep going. But Kandi has so many projects that she can involve herself in that she doesn't have to commit herself to press, which I mean, I get it. It's a whole part of the thing because, you have to, she's in entertainment, you promote your projects, right? And that's a part of it. But damn, like we're literally watching her try to rebuild her life and her family and her equilibrium as a woman in real time. And she's just out here just working and bopping, flowing. Shout out to her, man, because I definitely get it. I definitely understand. I definitely um feel how she feels, and I've definitely been in that place that she's in. So, whew, keeping in the thought process of talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, something else I want to bring up. Y'all heard about Lisa Wu and what's going on with her right now? So allegedly Lisa Wu is being accused of trying to steal a former friend's house. Very Kyle Richards, you stole my goddamn house. Um, I just, I don't, what is going on here? Listen, TMZ got the tea. I'm finna read the article for you, right? I'll let you look at her face while I read. RHOA alum Lisa Wu is accused of trying to steal former friend's home. Former RHOA star Lisa Wu is denying allegations that she was involved in an alleged scheme to defraud a former friend out of a home. According to DeKalb County, Georgia police report dated According to a DeKalb County, Georgia police report dated April 9th, 2026, a woman named Norma Denise Mitchum is listed as the victim in a theft by deception complaint stemming from a November 2025 incident. The report states that authorities spoke with Norma's nephew, who alleged that Wu and her boyfriend Donald Jacob were involved in a plan to defraud Norma out of her house. Per the report, the nephew claimed Lisa initially helped Norma acquire the property through an LLC while Norma worked to resolve a lien issue. He alleged Wu was supposed to transfer the deed back to Norma once the issue was cleared, but that transfer never happened. The nephew also claimed Jacob did not intend to return the home. Lisa, however, strongly denies the allegations. In a statement to TMZ, she said, "For more than 30 years, I've built my career and reputation with integrity, professionalism, and hard work. I have absolutely no involvement in fraudulent activity of any kind. And the idea that I would be implicated simply because of people I know or professional relationships is preposterous." Wu also shared her version of events, stating the woman was a longtime friend who was unable to qualify for the home loan, so she stepped in to help her purchase the property. She claims that the friend later agreed she would qualify after closing, made a few payments, and then allegedly stopped paying and ghosted her after refusing to place the home in her son's name. Wu further alleged the woman is now essentially squatting in the home. Norma disputes Wu's accounts, claiming she was unable to qualify for the loan and that Wu purchased the home before allegedly attempting to sell it back to her at a higher price. Whew, shit. That is wild. So, according to Norma, she She fell on hard times. Lisa helped her out and was supposed to get the deed back for and give the deed back to her. According to Lisa, Norma fell on hard times and she couldn't qualify for the house. So she came in and helped her and she was supposed to pay her. And then she came in, made a few payments, stopped paying, and now she's squatting in the house. And Norma and now Lisa wants that lady out of her damn house because she reneged on what she promised her. Where's the paperwork? Where's the promissory notes? Where are the leases? Where are the deeds? Where are the contracts of you letting this lady stay in this home? Y'all agreeing to whatever it is y'all agreed to, whether it was Lisa transferring the deed back to Norma or Norma paying Lisa a certain amount so that she could live in the home, but it's purchased through her friend Lisa. I wonder how long they were friends. I wonder how long they were friends because, you know, it's very interesting. Like, wow. It's just like you got a whole house for this lady. Like, I, oof. Like, I get letting somebody come to stay with you, but damn, you got a whole house for this lady in an LLC, agreed to let her come and pay. Like, what were the qualifications for this? Did you run some sort of background check? Like, did she show you any proof of funds? Like, I get that this was your friend, but what, like, because to me, this is just such a, I just, oh, oof. I don't know. I just need to know where are the contracts? Where are the contracts and what is in place so that y'all can have a thorough understanding of what's supposed to be done and who's supposed to pay who and who's supposed to transfer what to who when certain things have cleared or when you qualify or when you pay this amount. Like, it's all different types of stories and they're so conflicting that it's like, wait a minute. At this point, I don't want to hear nothing either one of y'all got to say. I just want to see the receipts. I literally just want to see the receipts at this point because I'm like, I don't want to. What, Lisa? Listen, I don't know if y'all going to court. I don't know what y'all doing. I don't like. It shouldn't be hard to serve her. She's squatting in the damn house that she refuses to leave because she claims you owe her the deed to it. So it shouldn't be hard to serve her, but I mean, suing her ain't gonna like what like what do you do in this situation? Like can't the police can't you get the police involved and file an eviction notice? Like can't like something go on here? Like what's going on? I'm so confused, right? What's also confusing to me, Lisa, hope y'all get that together. Norma, I hope you figure that out because that's crazy. But what is confusing me at this point is this casting for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. If this blind item is true, this is some of the most confusing shit I've ever seen. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast on notice. Dorit, Erica, Bose, and Sutton are all on the chopping block. Kyle is the only one that's safe. Listen, this isn't unbelievable to me, but I feel like the specifics of this don't necessarily add up to me, right? Because I don't understand how Rachel is not a shoo-in. I don't understand how Erica is not a shoo-in. I don't understand how Dorit is not a shoo-in. I feel like to me, the only people who are guaranteed to, or for me, the only people I would bet were guaranteed on were Erica, Dorit, and Rachel. And Kyle, because she's the face of the show and ain't nobody gonna fire her. She's one of Andy's favorites, all of that, right? Has she brought anything to the last season? No, which is why her being the only one that's safe is what made this whole thing confusing to me. Because Kyle ain't got no goddamn storyline, just like Tommy ain't got no damn job. So I don't know what we're following when it comes to Kyle. She ain't gonna file for divorce. All her kids are grown. Portia getting ready to move the hell out. Excuse me. She's not dating. And if she is dating, we're not gonna see who she's dating because she won't even allow us to say Morgan's name, even though she's claiming that she's sharing with us by acknowledging that she dated somebody or found love or that she's allegedly could be bisexual. To me, that don't confirm shit. Just because you could go Brad or you could go Angelina doesn't confirm that you were dating Morgan or that you're still dating Morgan or that you don't want us to mention her name because you're still dating her and she don't want to be brought into this bullshit. Does it imply all of those things? Yes. It absolutely implies every single one of those things, but I want to hear you say it. I want to hear you actually come out on this reality show that you expect people to share their lives on and actually share your goddamn life. Period. Because you out here sharing Dorit's finances, you out here sharing Dorit's business, you out here sharing the state of Dorit's relationship with her husband, you out here sharing that this lady house is in foreclosure, you out here sharing that this lady is broke. It just so why ain't nobody talk? So and then this lady sat here and kept the fact that DJ Tracy was licking your box while Portia was in the house playing Roblox. Like it just I just this casting don't make no damn sense to me. I feel like I agree that Bose and Sutton should be on the chopping block. Sutton ain't got a goddamn thing going on. And Sutton is not interesting enough to stay on the show until she figures out something to have going on. She done came on here. She had the store. She had the sustainable clothing line. And she had her feuds with Dorit. All of those things are tired now. The store is closed. We don't know. The sustainable clothing line may or may not have may or may not still be sustaining. I don't know. But I don't care either. And I don't want to see Dorit have another conversation with Sutton ever again. I don't care about their friendship. It's clear that Sutton is literally white knuckling it and hanging on by the last thread of Crystal's ugly leather pants to stay on this show. She don't like, she done fucked up her allyship to Kyle Richards because she thought she thought she was coming in and being big dog because her and Garcelle being the fan favorites got to her head, and then all of a sudden she wasn't gonna bow down to the altar of Kyle Richards. So now she don't have that safety blanket no more. Erica could take or leave her. And I told y'all on the fourth wall weeks ago that Sutton was gonna go for an allyship and she was gonna go for an alliance with Erica. I told y'all that this was gonna happen. Now all of a sudden later on in the season, Erica's popping up at Sutton's house when they both ain't going to Dorit's book party. They're talking about how close they done got and how surprising it is that they formed such a bond over the season. I told y'all this was going to happen. She was trying to make it happen with Dorit so that she could push her and Kyle back together so that she can guarantee 2 allies, so that because she was really trying to solidify herself with the Fox Force 5. But now that the Fox Force 5 has completely fallen the fuck apart, she trying to figure it out any way she can, and she ain't got Garcelle to back her up no more. And this alliance with Amanda damn show didn't work because Amanda could take or leave anybody, and that includes the show. That lady said, listen, I'm rich as fuck in real life. So I don't give a damn what y'all do for real, because she done sat here and said on social media, why would she go back? Because the fans have finally turned around to Amanda, right? The fans have finally come around to Amanda and said, hey, we cool with you. We like you, me included. Amanda has won me over. I would love for her to come back. But then she commented on somebody's post saying that Amanda has to come back. And she was like, why would I do that again? Why would I do that? I'm hoping it was fake and it was doctored, but the fact that that lady could take or leave being on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the most popular franchise in the goddamn thing, which is honestly her core audience for the demographic of people she sells her courses and books to. How rich are ya? Sheesh. Because not only is that Bravo check strong from what I hear, I'm pretty sure that if Quad over there on Married to Medicine saying the Bravo check is strong, then I know for damn sure that the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills check is strong, whether it's your first season or not. No shade. I'm pretty sure the first season check over to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is damn show different than it is down to the Real Housewives of Potomac. Hell, I'm sure it's different than the Real Housewives of Orange County's first season checks. Why you think Heather Dubrow was trying to get over to Beverly Hills so bad? Because I'm pretty sure if she get over to Beverly Hills, mama gonna get a pay raise. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Amanda, girl, I want you to come back, but if you didn't, it would be a coup. It would be a coup that you done sat here, came in as the most polarizing housewife allegedly since Camille Grammer, won the audience over, made them like you, and then said peace. Deuces. That's cute for you. That is cute for you. I love that for you. Speaking of I love that for you, y'all heard Drewski is hosting the BET Awards this year? I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not opposed to it, but it does raise a certain level of hmm interest in me, right? I'm very like I'm here or like I can take or leave it, but I do think that this promo was cute that he did for the BET Awards. Let's take a look at that.
Hello, Daniel. Cardi B!
Oh my God, what is going on?
I'm hosting BET Awards this year. Get on down here, girl. I came with the mariachi. I thought you ain't,
I'm Dominican. Stop it right now!
Hey, Cardi, make sure you bring the girls out.
I'll bring the girls. You know I'll bring the girls. Thank you, papacitos.
Okay, Cardi, we gonna do the BET Awards. Bottom Mom, come on.
That was funny. Listen, I'm kind of excited to see what he gonna do with the BET Awards, only because I think it's interesting. The trajectory of his career and his rise has been so interesting for me. To me, I feel like, and this may be interesting to say, but I feel like Drewski kind of took the social media to public rise that I feel like Jess Hilarious was supposed to have. And for some reason, it didn't work for her. I feel like she took the route of a traditional comedian and it did what it did for her and it's doing what it's doing for her. But I feel like had she leaned into the social media presence and being a social media star, she could have probably utilized both and figured out a way to make both of those things work for her and make her social media fame turn into ticket sales, because what she's done with it so far has been astronomical. She's been able to work and tour and do, gigs as a stand-up comic for all of these years and still be working. But it just feels like she hit a glass ceiling somewhere, and I'm not exactly sure where it is, because people have addressed these problematic moments that she's had. And Drewski has had all of these moments and instances under the guise of comedy that people think that people are polarized by, but yet he never seems to get canceled for, right? Like he makes people angry, people get outraged, people have issues with the things that he says, but it never seems to be turning into backlash. Whereas certain things that Jess Hilarious has said, whether it's under the guise of comedy or not, seems to get her canceled. I don't know if that's misogyny. I don't know if that's a separation in branding. I don't know if that's a he's smart and she's dumb in the way that they say and promote themselves. It's just there's a question of interest that I have there when it comes to that. What do y'all think about the BET Awards? Are people still excited for the BET Awards? Because for years now, I don't think the people who have been doing the BET Awards have been excited about the BET Awards for a long time, right? To me, it just feels like ain't nobody really fucking with the BET Awards. Like, because as much as I used to feel like the BET Awards was an event that I looked forward to every year, it just seems like the quality and the production of the BET Awards has gone down so much that I don't give a damn if it comes back or not. So And then on top of that, every year we see less and less people show up to the BET Awards. Like, why don't nobody want to come to the BET Awards no more? I'm here for it. I'll be watching. Will I be Will I be watching? Is the question. Thank you. I just said it. Is anybody excited for the BET Awards? Like, I'm here for Drewski getting the opportunity because I feel like he truly deserves it. But is that going to translate into viewers? Is that going to translate into people watching? Is that going to translate into virality? Because I feel like they've had decent enough hosts over the years, but it's never really translated into returning the show to any type of glory. Like, to me, the BET Awards ain't been good since Monique hosted it, and I'm gonna stand on that until the day she comes back. Monique finally got her Netflix special. I feel like there's hope for her to get another BET Awards, and I guarantee you it's gonna be the biggest thing in the last 10 BET Awards. No shade. It just feels like the quality of the show has gone down. Like, even when it comes to the Lifetime Achievement Award, y'all pick and choose who y'all put effort into the tributes and the performances. Like, the artists don't even come out and perform no more. Sometimes they get a tribute, sometimes they don't. Sometimes we get a performance, sometimes we don't. Sometimes the people show up, sometimes they don't. It's just like, why don't nobody take the damn BET Awards seriously no more? Wild. Drop down in the comments and let me know if y'all gonna be watching. Cause I I don't have any other details about the BET Awards except that Drewski is hosting, and I'm not a fan of Drewski, so this is not a lock in for me. I don't give a damn that Drewski's hosting. For me, anybody that knows me knows how you gonna get me to the BET Awards is let me know who's performing, or to any award show. Let me know who's performing, who's hitting the stage, because based on who's actually showing up to put on a show is going to determine whether I show up and give my attention to it or not. And that's no shade. Um Last but not least on my list for the night, I want to talk about the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and the confusion that is this show, right? Because it's being reported that Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is unlikely to have men return. Now, as you may or may not know, they are in production right now for season 5 of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and the airing of Taylor Frankie Paul's season of The Bachelorette is in limbo, because at first it got canceled. Then at one point I saw that it was coming back and that it was airing. And then I saw the next day that it wasn't airing again. So I don't know whether this season of The Bachelorette is coming out or not. But what I do know is that season 5 of the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is coming. And not only is Whitney Levitt leaving the show, but apparently the men are probably getting the hell on too. And it's not necessarily by their choice. They just decided to try to unionize and they got the boot, right? Let me read the article straight from TMZ, right? The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is going back into production, but some cast members, those with penises, might not be returning, and they are dueling narratives as to why. Production sources are telling TMZ some of the men have banded together and refused to return in a hardball demand for more money. However, another source with direct knowledge tells us it's unlikely the men will return, but it isn't their decision. Instead, it's producers who think there's not enough bang for the buck, so to speak. In a nutshell, we're told the ladies are the stars of the series, and producers got more evidence of that when fans rejected dude's recent, excuse me, and producers got more evidence of that when fans rejected the dude's recent dad talk venture. Plus, Dakota Mortensen already can't come back because he and Taylor Frankie Paul have dual restraining orders against each other. So that's one of the cast members gone. TMZ broke the news the popular Hulu series is set to pick up cameras again following an emergency mid-March pause due to the physical dispute between Taylor and Dakota, which prompted a police investigation. We hear the ladies are ready to get the show on the road, and that may even include Taylor Frankie Paul, who on Instagram yesterday reshared a clip of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives producer Jeff Jenkins saying she was welcome to return and he hopes she does. As for the husbands and boyfriends, we're told the final decision hasn't been made, but right now it ain't looking good for them to be involved. This decision really leaves me perplexed because this makes me wonder now what's going to happen to the trajectory of Peter and Todd's show, right? Because the men on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives tried to band together and get their own thing going in the way that the men from the Real Housewives of New Jersey have banded together, and they've started doing comedy. They've started doing bookings together. They've started doing live shows and all these other things. And they're actually still doing it. Whether the show has been airing or not, they've still been, gigging and doing the things, right? The men of the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives have tried to do that to less success, and they tried to form their own Dad Talk affiliation with Mom Talk, which is what started the entire show, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, to begin with, right? Nobody gave a damn. So now hearing this, the Dad Talk failed. They may not be coming back because they banded together and they've tried to unionize, and the producers don't give a damn, and or the producers just feel like they aren't getting their money's worth because the ladies are the star of the show. So either way, it doesn't look good for the dads anyway. And in the midst of Peter and Todd announcing that they're doing a show with ex-husbands of the Real Housewives, it's like, do you think that that's going to affect the interest in from either production companies or networks, or even the audience and viewers? Because if they don't want to watch the men from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, do you think they're going to want to watch the men from Real Housewives of Atlanta and whoever else they decide to bring on, whether from that franchise or other franchises? It leaves me wondering. It does leave me wondering, because when the announcement of Peter and Todd's show came out, it wasn't announced that it was affiliated with Bravo or Peacock. It was just announced that they're launching the show. It wasn't announced that it was greenlit. It wasn't announced that anybody had picked it up or that there was any affiliation. But we haven't heard the show be connected to Bravo or the Real Housewives in any way, and that it's not any type of like official spinoff. So that makes me wonder, are they having trouble shopping it? Are they having trouble gaining interest in the show? And they're putting it out there to social media to see if they can gain interest from Housewives viewers and the Housewives audience to pick it up by either Peacock or Bravo or somewhere else, like a Hulu, for instance. Because I feel like they might try to follow up behind the girls that did The Golden Life and try to go do a show on E, right? I don't know how that'll fare though. I don't know how that'll fare though, because we've never seen a reality show that was based around men on that show, or that actually starred men based around that show, right? I kind of feel like it would. Hmm. Do you feel like, because I even had questions around The Golden Life working on E, right? But then with the NBC Universal tie-in, I'm like, okay, they're family. So the audiences are probably parallel to each other. But where can the men of Bravo's past go and actually thrive? Right? Questions. I have lots of questions. What do you guys think is going to happen? Do you want to see the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives continue? Do you want to see Taylor Frankie Paul's season of The Bachelorette air? Do you care if the men come back to Secret Lives of Mormon Wives or not? And are you interested in Peter and Todd doing a show about being the ex-husbands of Real Housewives, and who else would you want to see come on that platform to either keep your interest or gain your interest, right? With that being said, that's pretty much all I have to say today. That's all I have to cover today. I didn't want to sit on here more than an hour. And so there were some other subjects that I could have thrown in here to cover, but I'm going to cycle those off to probably tomorrow. I may go live with another Chaos and Charcuterie tomorrow to talk about those topics, because I had just as many or maybe a couple more topics that I had covered today in that set of notes as well. So, with that being said, like the video, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all the things of the things. I appreciate y'all for being here. Watch Shop or Chop, both pre-recorded and live. Watch The Fourth Wall, both pre-recorded and live. And watch Chaos and Charcuterie every time I hit the live button. I am your host, Oakland Jonas Galloway, and I appreciate you all for being here. Until next time, misbehave yourselves. Peace.